will discuss the points or parameter that you can check when you are investing in any mutual fund scheme. So let's start and discuss the one by one parameter, or you can say the points. So first and foremost, any investor who is investing in any mutual fund scheme, he should always go with direct plan, should not go with a regular plan, because by investing in direct plan you will earn 1% to 1.25% extra return as compared to the regular plan, because in regular plan the expense ratio is higher as compared to the direct plan. So always go with the direct plan. Second point is expense ratio. Always invest in the fund or scheme which have a lower expense ratio. Lower expense ratio means it should be below 1 or equal to 1. Should not go with the higher expense ratio, because it will indirectly impact your return. If higher expense ratio, lower the return, and lower expense ratio will result in higher return. And then third point is exit load. Just check out the exit load given by the mutual fund. Those who have a 1% or lower than 1% exit load should go with, investor should go with that fund, because it also impact on your return. Higher exit load will also impact on your return. When you are selling the units, at that time mutual fund levy the exit load. Next point is AUM, that is asset under management. It is also called as a fund size. Normally people say higher fund size mutual fund should not be preferred, because higher fund size will have a impact on return, but I don't consider this is a important parameter. You should not go with a higher fund size and also lower fund size. You should go for medium fund size mutual fund, that is medium. It is considered to be in the range of 10,000 would be the better to invest. Then next point is whether investor should prefer SIP or lump sum. Now it is depend on the category of investor. If you are a beginner and small investor and can't afford more amount, then you can start with SIP. And if you don't have a time also when to invest, when market is correcting or when market at a overbought zone, in that case if you don't have any idea or time, then in such case the small investor should also always go for SIP. You just have to give the instruction to your distributor, then every month your money will be deducted from your bank account. And lump sum, if you are an advanced and experienced investor, and if you know when to invest, when market corrects or when market is in overbought zone, at that time not to invest, then you should go for the lump sum. In SIP the amount is, you can start with 100, 500 as well. In lump sum the amount is more as compared to the SIP. Sometimes it is 1000 or 5000 even. Now next point, return history. When you are investing in any fund, always check the return history. This is a must point. Always consider 1 year return, 3 year return and 5 year return. It would be well if you consider 10 year return also, because sometime what happened, one particular scheme gives a fantastic return in 1 year, but the performance history of last 5 to 10 years is not good. Then in such case that fund should not be invested, because return should always be a consistent. When it is giving 10 year return, 5 year return, 3 year return, 1 year, it should be consistent. Up and down will be there, but it should not be a drastic up and down. A reasonable up and down is acceptable. The next, age of the fund, year of the launch. Older the better, because the more the fund is older, you will have a good data to analyze. So you will compare the return history, exit load, expense ratio, etc. You will have a better idea to analyze which fund to invest, because you have a sufficient data to analyze. And final, we will discuss the benchmark index. When you are giving money to somebody, then you should, it is your duty that check when my money is I'm giving to another person, where he is investing. So benchmark of the index, from where the stocks are being selected. This fund is belong to which benchmark, so you should be aware of that benchmark from which the stocks is selected by the mutual fund company. Now finally we will discuss the summary of checklist what we have discussed. Always go to the direct plan. Second, expense ratio should be selected less than or equal to 1. Exit load should be lower the better, less than 1%. Fund size should be medium in the range of 10,000 to 15,000, you can say. SIP or lump sum depends upon the category of investor from which you are belongs to. A return history always and must to be for analyze any scheme. Then age of the fund, the older the better, and benchmark of the index should be analyzed for which stock the mutual fund company is purchasing from which benchmark. If you feel that video is useful to you, then please do like our video and please subscribe to our channel Phenoment if you have still not subscribed it, and press the bell button so that you will get the notifications for the next videos. And also please comment it in the comment box on which topic you want to watch the next videos.